Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. So we got this war going on. I'm fighting both the French and the Italians. They are not allied together, so I'm fighting them both individually. I'm somehow very friendly with the Germans, probably because the Germans don't like the French and the Italians, whom I'm fighting. The French have a fleet of 17 ships left, building 49 new ones. The Italians have a fleet of 38 ships left. When we started this, they had 170 something. They're building 30. I found that the Italian battlecruisers are quite scary. They also have a new class of heavy cruiser that I haven't identified yet. I ran away from the one encounter I had with them because I was very much outmatched. Let's see if I can annoy the Germans. Move this fleet here. Yeah, let's move this fleet here. The Germans have they have a fleet of 31. But I think those 31 ships might be of might be more modern and of a higher quality than the ones I've faced before. I do have a pretty sizable budget. Like, maybe not compared to mine, but yeah. Italy actually has a bigger naval budget than Germany, but they are at war. They certainly don't have the funds or the GDP that the Germans have. So that's something. I also found that even while this is listed as work in progress, unlike the other work in progress stuff that's not been added to the game, this is actually where you research the radio direction finder, which I want, because the French have it and I don't. Let's see what happens in June. Also in the previous episode, peace signed between the British and French Emperor. Okay. What can I get from the French? Do they have anything that's worth getting? They have some expensive light cruisers, unimpressive battleships. They don't really have anything that I want. I would have liked to take some more provinces from them, but I guess not. Just gonna take the money. In fact, maybe to help them out, I should have taken their battleships and just scrapped them. Make them build new ones. Because I found that the AI doesn't like to scrap ships even when they are like incredibly outdated. The Italians are still, well, they were still using a couple of pre-Dreadnought battleships. I think I sunk them all by now. Actually, let's see here. Sea roll, invade. Okay. Let's now move them here. Sea roll, invade. Fine. Very fine. Research, 6 months. Control station, plotting room. I did also design a new battleship last turn. Mark 1 16-inch guns? Wow, okay. 3 months. I did design a new battleship last turn. It was... Some of the rolls I got when rolling for my budget were very low. I had... The lowest one was 48 million, which compared to the highest roll of 85... Well, let's just say that if all my rolls were in the 80 million range, my budget would have been much higher, and I could have made a better ship than what I was limited to. But that's... well, I did impose these rules on myself, so I can't really blame anyone. July, we have some battles with the Italians. Peace treaty, we are winning. Let's... Okay, that's a Flora class battlecruiser. These ones were quite scary. I think it's because of these. They had several in them, and several of them in one of the battles I fought. I think that's what inevitably sank one of my new battleships of the Vanguard class. I'm just gonna auto-resolve this. Heavy. Draw, come on. Galatea class heavy cruiser. That's not one of the new ones, I think. The new ones had a price tag of like 20 million, similar to my own heavy cruiser. Gonna auto-resolve this too. Aquila class heavy cruiser. These are all old ships. I'm gonna try and run away. And here we're gonna defend some transports. One heavy cruiser versus one of my old Indus class. Now these have proven themselves to be very effective at hunting down enemy convoys, because they're fast enough to just avoid the enemy escorts and sink the transports. But now I'm defending my transports, so you're gonna see how that goes. Weather +5, not bad. I think my one chance here is to just spot the enemy first, stay at a distance, and try and burn it down with HG shells. I'm pretty sure I can outspot the enemy heavy cruiser. Clear weather. It looks kind of foggy, but I found that the weather skybox usually doesn't there we go, contact. 6 kilometers, that's too close. comfort. I've been spotted in return. There we go, lost sight. So like 7 kilometers, that's the where I want to be. Speed up a bit. She can only go 24.2 knots. Ouch! 15 inches of main belt armor. That's battleship armor, basically. Maximum bulkheads. Crop 3 armor. Let's take a look at this boat. Yeah, that's a lot of armor. At this rate, I might run out of ammo before the enemy is sunk. I thought I could maybe get around to the flank and start pumping AP shots into her at a flat angle, but with 15 inches of belt armor, that's just not gonna work. I'd have to get within 1,000. No, because they have crop 3 armor, so that's like plus 100% of like effective armor. So that's basically 30 inches of armor I have to go through. Yeah, no, I don't think I can make it. At 1,000 meter, I can do 28.6 inches. That's just not good enough. End the battle? Yeah, sure. Kind of uneventful, but I was not going to sink that heavy cruiser. We can sink it later with a more powerful ship. Research. Oh. Oh. New hulls available in 4 months. Maybe. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna suspend the construction of my new battleship. Then, in 2 months, I'm gonna design a new battlecruiser. See if I can maybe fit the 16-inch guns on it. And then, in 4 months, then I'm gonna start designing a new battleship. It's gonna be based on a new hull. Because I get the Dreadnought 7 and the N3 G3 class. which I think is what the Nelson class was based on in real life. Fleet, okay. Suspend. 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 Like, they could maybe have been good ships. But I think there were too many compromises made when designing this class. So yeah, sorry for those who watched me design it and who are now disappointed that they're never gonna see them in action. But that's life. New Zealand has gone back to Portsmouth. Okay. August. War continues. Refight. The previous fight is not over. The enemy is closing to attack once again. I cannot withdraw. But also, I don't think I can... Yeah, that's the class I just faced with all the armor, 15 inches. That's another class. I'm gonna see what I can do. Maybe get some torpedo hits and then run away. Because once again, these are my Indus class light cruisers. They are not really well suited to fighting other more heavy warships. They can take on destroyers, they can take on maybe enemy light cruisers. They're really good at hunting transports, convoys and such. But heavy cruisers, that's a tall order. Especially not heavy cruisers that are armored like battleships. That's just not gonna happen. I do think I can spot them first though. Weather minus 7.5. There you go, contact is made. Let's get in and get some torps in the water. Torps are in the water. Now we run. Yeah, they detected the torpedoes. Is this one gonna hit? No. They all missed. San Marco Grande. Yeah, we're gonna run. No use in fighting what I can't fight. Yeah, they're not gonna catch me. Let's just wait for that end battle to show up. And I can have some battleships deal with these heavy cruisers at a later date. There we go, end battle. Draw. That's fine by me. We did some damage and got out. Alright. This is better. Flora class. And 2 of those heavy cruisers. That's another class. That's the battleship armor heavy cruiser. San Marco Grande class. See how that battleship armor works against battleship guns. Get all my stuff organized. And these are Calliope class light cruisers. They're quite a different beast compared to the Induses. Let's go down to 26 knots, like so. Okay. That's the battlecruiser. So far, so good. Ooh. There we go. That's one of the super heavily armored heavy cruisers. That's the battlecruiser. That's another heavy in the background. Nice. Very nice. Like, if they're gonna send heavy cruisers to deal with my light cruisers, I'm gonna send battle cruisers to deal with their heavy cruisers. It's only fair. And here's more of a battle. 1 Vanguard, 2 Prince of Waleses, 1 heavy, a light, 2 DDs versus all of this. That's the new class. Okay, Galatea class. 25.5 knots. They have more of those? No, only 1. I want to identify it and take a closer look. Because just by looking at the cost, it's comparable to my Latona class. It's got smaller guns though, smaller main guns. And it's slower. So I don't know if it's more modern or what's going on there. 25 knots. You better notch back to 25 as well. You guys, you're gonna go full tilt. A new smoke spotted south. There we go, contact made. My heavy cruiser spotted it at 14 kilometers. Weather is minus 17.5. What kind of crew do I have on the Albion now? Regular. Veterans, only 2 others. Can I get torpedoes in the water, please? There we go, torpedoes are in the water. DDs are now free to heck off. 1 torpedo head on the battlecruiser. Very nice. Secondaries on the DD. I think that DD is gonna go down. He went down. Yarrow, retreat. Light cruiser, you can focus this light cruiser, as can the patrol. The Yarrow needs to just get out, but she's damaged, so... And smoke is not ready. Okay, now battlecruiser is down. Did I launch my torps? Guess I must have. Yeah, here they go. But the tower is damaged, so this ship can't do much spotting. At least it's not very good at it at the moment. Light cruiser is down. So far we've sunk a battlecruiser, a light cruiser, and a DD. Let's have the patrol go on a patrol and find the rest of them. There you go. Nice. One more light cruiser down. See if we can find that heavy cruiser. This must be the one. 20 million. That looks almost like a dreadnought, but it's a cruiser. Standard bulkheads, 12.5 inches of armor. 9.5 inches of main deck, 8.6 inches of foredeck. No wonder it's slow. It's got way too much armor on the deck for the type of ship it is. Like, if this was a 1940s super battleship that's armored to withstand hits coming in from like 40 kilometers away, that's just plunging almost straight down, then yeah, that kind of armor would make sense. But like, it's not. Yeah. But at least they have one class of cruiser that is better than the ones they had like 10 years ago. It's not a bad ship. It's just very over armored. They could have taken a lot of that displacement and used it for a more powerful engine and gone 30 knots. Maybe maybe some bigger guns. Okay, she sank before torpedoes were launched. That's good. Sink the DDs. Oh yeah, that was the heavy cruiser I was talking about. It's dead already. I think after this I'm gonna accept the Italian peace offering. Hopefully take some of their provinces. Okay, let's go straight in, kill them all. What sort of ship is this? That's another one of those. Expensive heavy cruisers. It was. They have more ships coming in. Yeah, that's a light. She's using smoke. probably intending to launch torpedoes. Our torpedoes just detonated. Turn it down to normal speed. Which almost looks like slow motion. When you're so used to playing at like 5x. And there we go. One battlecruiser down. And that's one Galatea. That's the expensive Italian heavy cruiser class. They only have... Okay. I guess they only have the one. Never mind, I was sure I saw two of them. Okay. Alright. One of them might have been one of the old Maria Teresa. And yet one more big battle. We're gonna do this one in the next episode, because this has gone on for like the length of an episode. Goodbye, and take care.